Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Purdue. Thank you so much for all of you who came, from different places in the U.S., and some of you came all the way from Europe. It's so nice to see everybody for this NSF workshop on AI and EDSE. Now, this acronym, we are going to use it over and over again. ED stands for Engineering Design, SE stands for Systems Engineering, for those who don't know this acronym. And AI, of course, everybody knows AI. So, welcome. It's so nice to host all of you again at Purdue after the 2019 NSF EDSE workshop that we did here. And then a lot of things happened in the world. COVID happened. I remember that in 2019, when we did this workshop, we didn't really spend that much time talking about AI. At that time, the focus was more on design, systems engineering, and a little bit of machine learning. So we had machine learning as part of it. But since then, there have been so many new developments. It's so exciting, one, that we are able to do things that we had not even imagined at that time 6 years ago. In addition to that, there are a lot of new concerns about learning, concerns about jobs, and so on. And that prompts us to think about what are the key challenges that we need to think about as a community, and that's what has prompted this particular workshop. We have Harrison Kim, who is a professor at UI-UC primarily, and also happens to be an NSF program director, but he's not representing the NSF right now because of the government shutdown. So thank you, Harrison, for funding this workshop so that we can all come together and discuss these topics. I would also like to acknowledge Faiz Ahmed and Zoe Shane-Farber, who are the co-organizers for this workshop, and all three of us have sort of worked together to design an agenda or design a program that would maximize participation. I know 1.5 days is very small. I know there's so many different things to talk about. Many people want to discuss the work that they're doing, and we could not accommodate all of them. So we have designed an agenda that increases everybody's participation as much as possible, with the possibility of future engagements as we compile the outcomes of this workshop and as we think about the next workshop in this series. So thank you, Faiz, and thank you, Zoe, for all of your hard work over the past several months. This is just information about what were the previous workshops that happened. We started in 2015 at Clemson, then 2017 at Georgia Tech, 2018 at Oregon State, and then 2019 at Purdue. And hopefully we'll be able to continue this on an ongoing, annual basis in the future. With this, I would like to invite Nick Chawla, the Associate Dean for Research for the College of Engineering at Purdue, to also welcome you to Purdue and to say a few words about the importance of this.
Well, thank you, Jitesh. It's a pleasure to welcome you here at Purdue. And AI is such an important part of everything that we do, and part of our research portfolio here at Purdue. We have several AI-related centers, and one of the things that always strikes out to me is that we have the AI community, and we always have a domain community. And oftentimes, we really need to get these communities to talk to each other. And so I think this kind of workshop that Jitesh and his team have been organizing is really key in getting the folks who are hardcore in the AI algorithms and the computer science space talking to the applications and the engineering design, the folks who are really going to be the enablers and the new workforce that's coming up and is being trained through some of the activities in the engineering design and the systems engineering community. So these kinds of workshops, I think, are really key to getting that dialogue going. And so I'm very excited for the next day and a half to try to listen to some of these talks, and want to thank NSF for funding this and for Harrison coming undercover. And so Professor Kim from University of Illinois, but we very much appreciate your support in enabling these workshops and really the rich discussion that I think you will have in the next day and a half or so. So welcome to Purdue. We've tried to get some good weather for you. At least we've got the leaves to change at the right time. So I hope you enjoy your time here in the next day and a half, and and look forward to listening to the great talks and the great discussion that will come by.
Thank you, Nick. Okay, so just to set the stage for the next day and a half, here are some of the objectives for the overall workshop. Now we can think about this event as a way for us to collectively as a community think about the challenges, research challenges for the future, rather than thinking about this as a conference where we are presenting our awesome research results. Okay, and that is something that we have tried to keep in mind as we have structured each session. So the key objective of this workshop is to identify, articulate, and advance research priorities and methodologies. So this is both in research methodologies and design methodologies in AI and in EDSE at the interface of these two fields. Specifically, there are three sub-objectives. One is identify emerging opportunities and critical challenges at the intersection of these two fields. Second one is new mechanisms for integration of AI-driven research outcomes within the EDSE communities. So many times, what happens is that different groups work on different problems, and sometimes those get siloed. So the idea is to try to come up with ways in which we can effectively integrate the outcomes across these different subdomains throughout the design and systems engineering communities. And then finally, strategies to maximize the collective impact of our work that we are doing. And that's, and we'll keep talking about some of these questions over the next day and a half. In addition to that, we have identified specific sub-questions within each of them, and we are going to hand those out for you. But those are only as starting points for the discussions. It doesn't mean that this captures all the questions that we are looking at. And as a community, if you think about other issues, please feel free to make a note of that so that we can capture it in the overall outcome of the workshop. The structure is as follows. We have one keynote tomorrow by Sanjay Sharma in the morning, and that is focused on learning both from the humans and the machines perspective. We have 3 perspectives panels followed by breakout sessions. And the main idea of a perspective panel is we'll have 2 speakers in each of these panels, and they will basically talk about all the new developments or all the new issues that are coming up in these areas, and those are basically triggers for further discussion when we break out into our breakout sessions. Okay. We have 10 lightning talks from mostly assistant professors who are doing latest and greatest work in this area. These will be 10-minute talks during lunchtime today and tomorrow. As I said, there'll be 3 breakout sessions, and we also have a poster session to accommodate those people who we could not accommodate in the above sessions. So that will be later today after we finish with the regular program. At the end of tomorrow, we have budgeted some time for informal mentorship opportunities where we would like some of the senior faculty members, if they can stay, to talk to some of the junior faculty members, assistant professors, postdocs, and some graduate students who are attending this to give their advice or to answer any questions that these young researchers have. So I will be talking to you and asking you if you can volunteer to serve as mentors for that particular session, if your travel schedule allows.